This is my best friend Marissa, this is my coworker Benji, this is my boss Sandy, this is my mom Casey, and this is my dad Ryan. Sometimes crimes are so heinous that they deserve punishments of the utmost intensity. But what happens when these punishments are used on less severe crimes or on people who are falsely convicted? Or what about when this punishment goes against the moral standings of the general public? This is the long-standing debate of whether capital punishment belongs in the U.S. legal system. Is it ethical or is it not? Does it do more harm than good? These are the questions I would like you to consider during today's discussion. My goal is to inform you on the pros and cons of capital punishment in the U.S. legal system. I will inform you of how capital punishment can act as a deterrent, can prevent reoffending, can cause false convictions, and can be used as a form of cruel and unusual punishment. To begin with, there is the idea that capital punishment can act as a deterrent. According to President Trump, capital punishment is an essential tool for deterring and punishing those who commit the most heinous crimes and the lethal acts of violence against American citizens. Before, during, and after the founding of the United States, our cities, states, and country have continuously relied upon capital punishment as the ultimate deterrent and only just punishment for the vilest of crimes. And according to Ernest Van Den Hug, a professor of jurisprudence at Fordham University, who has studied the question of deterrence closely, states, even though statistical demonstrations are not conclusive, and perhaps cannot be, capital punishment is likely to deter more than other punishments because people fear death the most. They fear death most deliberately, inflicted by law, and scheduled by the courts. Whatever people fear most is likely to deter most. The next positive is it prevents reoffending by obvious means, thus giving closure to families and victims of these heinous crimes. One support for the closure it provides comes from a July 2021 letter to Attorney General Merrick Garland. Anything other than death would be an injustice as well as a disservice to the lives, legacies, and memories of the deceased family members, and to us, the immediate victim family members, that live this nightmare each and every day. Additionally, we do not support any form of plea bargain in this case. Proper justice is not about seeking revenge or retribution. Our losses can never be repaired or remedied. Furthermore, Rhonda Whitelock, a friend of the late Suzanne Taylor, states, "This man gets to sit and get his medicine for his diabetes and get food every day and gets to go outside, and my friend is gone. Somebody like him shouldn't be able to breathe the same air as us. The nightmares might end if he were gone." Moving forward, there is the issue of wrongful convictions, which has been studied since 1977 and has many statistics and other evidence to support it. According to InnocenceProject.org, 4% of convictions for the death penalty are wrongful convictions. Furthermore, according to the deathpenalty.org, for every one person exonerated, there are 8.2 people executed on the death penalty. Furthermore, there is the question of whether the death penalty is a form of cruel and unusual punishment. And though the present decision on the Supreme Court is that it does not break the Constitution, it has been used in previous instances as a form of cruel and unusual punishment. For example, according to Cornell law, in Furman versus Georgia, if the punishment exceeds the crime, then it is a form of cruel and unusual punishment. And in the case of Furman, he was being punished beyond what his crimes were presenting. This is further supported by Coker versus Georgia, also referenced by Cornell law. All in all, there are many reasons why for and against the death penalty in the United States legal system. In summary, the death penalty can be used as a form of deterrence. It can be used as a way of stopping re-offending, and it can also be used to falsely accuse someone, and it can be used as a means of cruel and unusual punishment. My goal today was to inform you on the death penalty in the U.S. legal system, pros and cons of it. And I hope that I was able to help you develop an informed opinion on this national issue. Now I hope that you can answer these questions that I asked you earlier. Is it ethical or is it not? Does it do more harm or good? And I hope that you're able to take these questions into consideration as you digest the information I shared with you here today. Thank you. Please tell me that's